President Trump's campaign fighting back hard against the Russia collusion smear by suing the New York Times for libel and claiming the liberal paper is trying to influence the outcome of the 2020 election. The lawsuit's over an op-ed that claimed there was an overarching deal between then-candidate Trump and Russia to help him win the 2016 election. Here's the president reacting.
When they get the opinion totally wrong, as the New York Times did, and frankly, they've got a lot wrong over the last number of years. So we'll see how let that work its way through the courts. No, if you read it, you'll see it's beyond an opinion. That's not an opinion. That's something much more than an opinion. They did a bad thing, and there'll be more coming.
So, Emily, this is after Mueller found no collusion. This is after the New York Times reported there was no collusion. So the New York Times runs a column that says there's basically collusion, there's a conspiracy, there's a deal. Is that libelous if they know it's wrong and do it anyway?
Right. Well, we will see in that lawsuit in its outcome, and certainly that's what the president thinks. I think if I were him in that moment, here's how I would have said it, though. Is basically the basis for that lawsuit. I would have said, look, they are claiming it's merely an opinion piece. But that being said, if you have a malicious intent and you disregard truth and diligence and you publish it anyway and you know it to be false.
And you know it's going to hurt their reputation.
And it did, in fact, cause damage, because you have to prove actual damages. It did, in fact, cause damage to my campaign, and that is why we were suing. That is why we are suing. So that's what I would have said in that moment. But I think the issue here will be whether, in fact, there were impactable damages. At this point, however, it's simply an echo chamber. So go ahead, keep publishing whatever you want. Obviously, it's from 2019. But I think more importantly is the statement this makes, which is the president saying, I'm sick of this. And guess what? I have endless bankroll for this, so you guys can use your bank to try to defend it.
Why do you think the Times would run a fake column like that one?
I don't know. It's like you and I have different opinions on many issues. I don't say that your opinion is fake. I just say it's an opinion, Jesse. And I think this is an opinion. This is a frivolous lawsuit. I mean, it's intended to intimidate the press and intimidate people. And maybe it's red meat for the base, but I think it's really low-grade red meat. And
can an opinion be wrong if the facts are wrong?
Look, if their facts are wrong, that's
different.
different.
It's like saying the Earth is flat.
Again, the New York Times, this is not a news article. This is an opinion piece. You know what I'm reminded of at the moment? There's great pressure on the Wall Street Journal because they ran an opinion piece that the Chinese government didn't like. Yep. And they threw the Chinese, the Wall Street Journal reporters out of the country. This is an intimidation tactic. The Wall Street Journal shouldn't back down.
I don't think the president's going to toss the Times reporter out of the country.
What's he doing? I don't know.
He's just making them burn money on lawyer fees.
Well, it helps him because he wants to push back. He wants to punch back. So they're like, okay, well, we could try this, and you might not win in court, but you know, well, we could try it, and then he gets a lot of publicity about it. Now we're talking about it again. But here's the other thing. I think it also helps the New York Times. Their subscriptions have gone up and up and up. Everybody in media has been doing better during a Trump presidency. So now they get to close ranks and let all of their subscribers know.
Do you think they'll think twice about running false stuff?
No, I do not.
No.
Well, I think that they'll find a way to protect their opinion writers.
Okay. Yeah. Greg?
Problem is, though, their opinion writers also report. I mean, I find their opinions on the front page. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, they can say that this one was on the column page, but when a news reporter writes analysis on the front page, how are you supposed to tell the difference?
Yeah, and I don't want to be sued when I'm wrong. But then again, generally, I always admit that I'm wrong. Like, I admit that I'm wrong on everything. It's actually really feels good, and maybe if these people admit they're wrong, he'd drop the suit. However, what sparked this whole thing is probably the biggest story in the media world, which was the Covington case. I mean, the Covington case encapsulated all of the very bad elements of media instincts and bias. You know, the Covington story began with, that guy looks bad, that other guy looks good, this story gets me emotionally excited, and my story might catch fire on social media. So how that story rolled, and it resulted in a lawsuit that they had to settle. And I think that has changed the way people look at the media, that they can fight back.
But I must say, isn't it ironic that Republicans, who are normally opposed to this kind of frivolous lawsuit, you know, digging up lawsuits on people, now, oh yeah, go write it, Mr. Trump.
I think some people don't think it's frivolous.